Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to the HHW Show podcast, the hard hitting wrestling show. I'm with my host, Hector V, and Frank is not with us because he has so many guests in his house, having a Summerslam bash over there. And of course, he's drinking up the crown, the royal crown that he's drinking. And of course, myself, IPA, baby. And the only one that's really drinking Pepsi is the only one, Hector V, who is drinking very responsibly. Yes, indeed. My friend, my brother from another mother, Hector V in the house. Hector, the main event between Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. It just got me thinking, like, when I saw Arn Anderson, I was like, yo, who else could be in this picture? Who else? Who else
Mhm.
had more influence in bringing back Roman Reigns
Yeah,
than the one and only Arn Anderson?
the
Come on, man.
enforcer. That's the enforcer, right?
I mean, but I would think more of Paul Heyman. And the thing is that somebody told me earlier today, I was at a pool party and I met another friend of mine that I haven't seen in over 25 years. Okay. And he told me that there will be a civil war and that Sami Zayn will be part of this civil war.
Right.
Okay. And I told him, I was like, look, before Roman Reigns shows up, I need to see Jimmy. I need to see Paul Heyman. I need to see Jimmy with Jay. I wanted Roman Reigns to be the last resort. However, maybe I got this all wrong. I got it to a point where maybe it has to start with Roman Reigns, and then the domino effects will kick in to where we see Jimmy, we see Jay, we see Sami Zayn, and we see Paul Heyman. But all the decisions that's going to help Roman Reigns build this civil war will be Paul Heyman putting things and patching things together. I get it
Oh,
now.
yeah. It makes sense. I mean, why we see it, the leader, the tribal chief himself, got to come out and be that example, and show his face first before the pieces fall into place, like you said. Okay, and then now we're gonna have a new, improved wise man. He's gonna probably be even wiser, in handling this situation. So Solo Sikoa better be ready. He better have his ducks in a row, because if
He ain't
not,
ready.
no.
He ain't ready.
He,
He ain't ready. I don't care how many times you're going to say it. He ain't ready. He wasn't ready. You're not ready.
Mm-mm. No.
Look, man. I mean, the bloodline drew blood first, right? It was bloodline rules to where it was a one-on-one match. Anything goes, to the fact that really there was nothing really disqualifying them.
Right.
They still made it natural. They made it normal
Yeah.
between one another. Neither one of them had an upper hand, yet it was a seesaw event until the bloodline, the rest of the tag team and everything else. And I'm like, okay. And then you hear Kevin Owens, you hear Randy Orton.
Right.
But damn, I thought maybe it would be somebody else to
Yeah.
come to aid that was so close to Cody Rhodes.
Right.
But that just tells me that Roman Reigns respects Cody Rhodes.
Oh yeah, definitely. And see, when we were going back and forth on the podcast on Thursday, we were, talking about what's going to happen, because we knew it was a regular match until we heard what happened on Friday. Now everything made more sense after we heard what happened on Friday. Now, okay, now so it's like we were a day ahead of ourselves before we found out what was going on,
I'm
because
glad that didn't happen on Raw, that it wasn't
yeah,
SmackDown, because if
yeah,
that would have happened on Raw, I would have told you that Solo was gonna win.
right,
I would have had changed my mind and say Solo wins, right?
right,
But it just happened to be on SmackDown. Our show is before SmackDown,
right.
and I was like, nah, Cody's got to win this match.
Right,
Be-
and that's how we were trying to figure out. I was like, that's why I was like, there's no way Cody can do this by himself. But until we found out what happened the following night, now it made it all sense that it's going to be possible, and it made sense to Randy and Kevin.
But you know what ruined everything? I think that once Solo Sikoa got over his head and mention Roman's Reigns. How many times that Roman Reigns had said, keep my name out of your mouth?
Mm-hmm.
That Roman Reigns is the real tribal chief. He never relinquished his title,
All right.
right? He never. And Cody Rhodes said it right. And pretty much in all the promos that's happened, it's I get it now. And I was blind to hear it and to see it that Cody Rhodes actually acknowledged Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Because he kept saying to Solo that he was a wannabe.
Right.
So what else does that mean? And when Roman Reigns showed up and he did what he had to do, he speared Solo Sikoa. When he left the ring, he went back and he stared at Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
That's respect.
He even nodded to him before he left the ring. Like, okay, because there's a mutual respect. They are 1-1 against each other at WrestleManias, and so, and he knows what Cody had to overcome to beat him the second time around. Mm-hmm. So yeah, to me, it's more about the pride of who's the head of the table more than what the title means right now. So everything has to be established first, and it's Roman Reigns having to establish himself. Not saying that he has to, but he's got to get Solo out the way to reclaim something he's never lost before he goes after that title. So Cody's not even, second thought. There's a second thought to him right now. He's got to deal with Solo first.
Yes. You're making everything makes sense. And I can't repeat everything you said because the fact that the way you just said it is the way I was thinking. Okay. Right. And I agree with you 100%. The question is, will Roman Reigns show up at SmackDown?
Right.
Or would he just let it be and let them figure it out as to what happened?
Right.
That is the suspense leading into SmackDown.
Oh, definitely. He's got Solo and the Bloodline looking over their shoulders now. Definitely.
There are going to be millions of viewers tuning in to SmackDown because, as you mentioned earlier, and you text me so many times and be like, SmackDown lost ratings on Fridays because of the absence of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is back. The thing is he officially back, or he's going to, we're going to marinate the meat. And what I mean by that is you take out the meat. It could be pork chops. It could be chicken. It could be a fish. It could be anything you want. And you put the adobo, sazon, a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of everything else. And then guess what? You let it sit there for a day or two, and it's going to marinate nice and sweet. And you could put it in the grill. You could put it in your frying pan. You could bake it if you wanted to. And guess what? It's going to be delicioso, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I love this story. And guess what? It's going to lead into Survivor Series. This is not going to happen at WWE Bash in Berlin.
No.
And it's not. But I could actually see something happening in Bad Blood that's going to happen in Atlanta in October. That could carry on to where we're going to see if what everyone is predicting to see Sami Zayn with the Bloodline. Well, we see Sami Zayn, the Usos, and Roman Reigns. And we talked about it last time in our episode about Jey Uso unable to win the prize, right? Always finishing second to everybody, to the point where it's going to happen where they're going to bring everybody together. And then I'm going to make a prediction right now, Hector.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns is going to pass the torch.
He's passing the torch. Okay.
He's going to pass the torch. The question is when. Because as every leader, and you and I, been in the military, we always say that, yeah, we could get promoted, we could be in leadership position, but we're always replaced. Mm-hmm. At every levels, we're always replaced. What bigger award for a tribal chief to be named Jey Uso? I mean, I'm going to tell you that right now.
He was the right-hand man of him, so.
Yes. And when Jey started disagreeing on the events that was happening, I think maybe Jey probably knew as to what the future was holding.
Yeah.
And he may not agree of everything that's going on. And we all have a right to agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
But I think maybe for the absence of Roman Reigns, maybe Roman Reigns saw what Jay was seeing. And with that respect, and you got to give Roman Reigns the respect, he acknowledged also Cody Rhodes, the
Mm-hmm.
American Nightmare. Now what you have is that now let's look at the forefront. Let's predict what's going to happen in the future. We are going to see a civil war. It's already acknowledged. This is back in the days in America where in Massachusetts, shots fired. The shots heard around the world, and that's what we saw. And I can't wait how this will develop. How will Solo Sikoa react? And then Jacob Fatu, is he 100%? He made a high risk maneuver and he injured himself. What's going to happen with the tag team belts? There's a lot of things going. And Tagaloa, let me tell you, why wasn't he part of the tag team when he was one of the first ones to come out to
Yeah.
support Solo Sikoa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he just messed up. He wasn't bright enough. I'm just telling you that right now. That dude is not bright enough. But there is somebody else that WWE signed that's part of the family. And he's coming out. If not this SmackDown, he will come out soon. And Roman Reigns will acknowledge a new member within his bloodline. Let's put it that way.
Well, if he's going to do that,
There is someone else coming out.
well, yeah, I believe that, but I believe it was going to be Solo that's going to do that to strengthen his arsenal to try to go after Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns
After
already
what
fired.
happened now?
Well,
Really?
because
Like
Roman
I'm like, who will go against Roman Reigns? I
Roman
mean, Roman
has
Reigns
his
put the family on the map. It wasn't
right.
The Rock. It wasn't nobody else.
So why does
It
he
was
need?
Roman Reigns.
Why does Roman need more arsenal when he has an original arsenal of the
Because maybe
original
Sami
bloodline?
Zayn is not the answer. Maybe it's the family versus the family.
He
Maybe you
was,
don't need an outsider. I'm just saying, when it comes to family's business,
but you don't have
why
to be
would you
blood to be
invite
family.
somebody else outside the family to get in your business?
He was already part of that business before, so
Because he
why
was
not?
named the Oos.
He was an honorary Oos, yeah.
Mm.
And so, who knows them better than him?
That's gonna take a lot of convincing. And here's another thing, and we'll get to that. We will get to that. All right. Matter of fact, why don't we get to that right now? Because the fact is, Sami Zayn lost the match. Sami Zayn is no longer the Intercontinental Champion. It is now Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is the new Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. And I said it on the show before, it's like strike one. He learned his lesson. He really did. He learned his lesson because he got over himself. Okay? He really did. And the second time around, he made it known. Now, he didn't win as if who is the other superstar that I'm thinking of? Brock Lesnar. He didn't do what Brock Lesnar. He didn't do Super City. He didn't do none of that. He got to the point. He did what he had to do. And he speared the hell out of Sami Zayn. Not once, but twice in a row to bury him and make it known that I am the man. And I told you, you see, it was a different way that Sami Zayn came about. After the first match, after he won, it wasn't like Sami was confident. He understood that, damn, this guy is good. And even though he's the champion, he should never be the underdog. But he knew that his days were numbered. And you could tell by the reaction. That was the reason why I picked Braun Breaker. He had a change of attitude. Yeah, but now that that's gone, and he's able to help Jey Uso with some other issues, I can see it. I can see that Sami Zayn could get in the picture.
I just think it's just best that he is part of that picture. I would not bring a family member who's brand new, who doesn't know the situation of the bloodline, over someone who does know the family, knows the situation, knows how to handle, deal with these kind of situations. Sami Zayn to me is the perfect fit for the bloodline if that's Roman Reigns' outlook to create to bring back the original bloodline, because they were dominant. I mean, even with him there, they were dominant. They were a force to be reckoned with for over 3 years. They had all the gold, and so I don't see. I mean, so that's why I feel that if somebody new is coming, it will be Solo to try to counteract what Roman Reigns is going to do, but it's still not going to be successful in the long run for Solo, no matter what he tries. He's not a true leader. He's just got a group of family members and just running amok. There's no structure there. He has no leadership skills like Roman Reigns does.
What ruins Solo Sikoa is he did not have a right hand man.
Yeah.
Something that, and I told you before, is that Roman Reigns told Jey Uso that no matter how much the Usos hated Paul Heyman at the time, he
Mm-hmm.
said, he is still my wise man.
Yeah.
He is my wise man. When you are a leader, you will have your wise man. Could it be that when Jey Uso becomes the head of the table, that Sami Zayn is his wise man? I kind of like that story. I kind of like where that's driven. I really do. But that is far stretch. That's like talking about maybe 2 years from now. Okay. I'm just saying, like, I'm liking it. All right. But more to it. I want to say a big shout out to uh Kimbro. Yo, 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 what's up, yo? That's right, man. What's up, man? How you doing? How
What's
you
up, brother?
doing? Frank in the house. He rather text us and stuff like that and tell us, hey, instead of being on our show there, thank you, co-host.
I know
God
it's like,
bless your
you
day.
say you got family
Mm,
there, you got
Yeah,
friends over, but yet you're
yeah,
still on
man.
there.
It's all right. No Solo has said he has a right hand man. What? I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, he's all over the place.
Well, if Solo has a right hand man, his right hand man don't have a right eye.
There's a reason why he's out. All right. He's been slow from the get-go. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a match where it was a delay. His debut was a delay to get in the ring. That's how much he was. That's why he's not part of the tag team championship.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that right now. There he is. There goes Frank. Hey Frank, how you doing?
Look, man, you guys want to mess with me because I was texting. I got a house full of people.
I don't know
But
what you're talking about there, hero.
I'm gonna get on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Listen, all I know is that at the end of the day, I'm the champ. That's it.
We are three-way champions right now. All
Doesn't
right.
matter. I'm still a champ. I'm still a champion.
And then he left. Okay, good job.
I swear, this is the first time ever this happened on the show that we
Yeah,
all
this is the
won.
first time we have a three-way tie of
Hmm.
Summerslam. Matter of fact, any premium live event. And I gotta say congrats to you both because
And you too.
I
You finally
mean
won something.
y'all all had a right point. Honestly, it could have gone either
You all
way.
made it to my level finally. Thank you.
And what's crazy is that we all
Because he
lost.
won one premium event this year. I mean, I still gotta say Hector still has the lead. He has the
Yeah.
most wins in this premium live event of 2024. We're hoping that with the last few that's coming, that we will overtake that.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's all right.
It's crazy because we all lost with a different superstar tonight.
I know. Yo, I was
Hey, listen,
flying.
listen,
I
listen,
was
listen, listen,
bragging.
listen.
I was telling my son, I was like, yo, I'm
Oh yeah, hold
undefeated.
on.
And then Damian Priest messed it up.
He
And
went to
Damian Priest
sleep.
messed it up.
He
But
went
it,
to
it
sleep.
wasn't just him, though. It wasn't just him. All right. Because the fact is, Finn Balor messed it up for me.
Yeah.
Finn Balor messed it up for me. Any other time he had that look like I'm gonna backstab you. Today Tonight, it was like, all right, man, all right. And he played the game. So then he stopped playing the game. And then he allowed Gunther to not only avoid a 3 count, but to win the match.
You said something I just realized. We all lost with someone different tonight, and each one of our losses, we all got screwed. So Damian Priest got screwed by Finn Balor. I got
Mhm.
screwed by Tiffany Stratton, and that dude right there,
Mhm.
he got screwed over by. I'm trying to figure. I just had it in my head here.
Oh, you had different there, Frank.
Oh, CM Punk. He got screwed by Seth Rollins.
CM Punk.
Seth freaking Rollins. There you go.
That is crazy.
And then
Seth
the
Rollins.
title of the show was Liar from the singer. Liar, 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 liar. I'm like,
Jelly
good
Roll.
Lord. Why
Mhm.
did I fall for that trap?
I don't know. We all fell for it. That's why we all
I'm gonna
finished
tell you
with
what
one
I've been
loss.
saying all day. Somebody save me. Sorry.
We don't know what you're saying, and you're freezing half to death. So let's put it that way. Hey, Damian Priest loses the title to Gunther, and maybe I should have stuck with my pick from the very beginning because you and I, you guys know that from the very beginning, once he won King of the Ring, I said Gunther's going to be the world champion because the resume of Damian Priest. But Damian Priest gave his A game. There was nothing that Gunther had done that persuaded us that he was going to defeat Damian Priest because Damian Priest always had an answer, and the only answer that defeated him was his own family member, the Judgment Day, Finn Balor. So what's
Right.
going to happen with Judgment Day? That is the
Okay.
biggest question, and here's the answer:
Um,
Rhea
nothing.
Ripley and
Bye
Damian
bye.
Priest are the only two that are going to stick together. Everybody else is on their own. The Judgment Day is officially gone.
Unless they all go with Liv Morgan.
Dominic Mysterio went on, and for everything that we predicted or assumed that happened behind the scene, happened. It
Dominic
happened.
Mysterio. Hold on. I got something to say about that. Dominic Mysterio showed his Eddie Guerrero moves. That's all I'm gonna
Okay.
say.
And so you got to remember that Liv Morgan also helped Finn Balor win them tag team titles. So it could be a possibility that maybe he's gonna align himself with her. It's just a possibility.
A strong possibility. It could be. Or Finn Balor. Finn Balor somehow, some
He
way
had,
is going to be a leader.
he's tight.
But besides the point there, right? In this match, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, they really set the tone for the rest of the night. That was the first match, and I got to respect that. That was a great match, to be honest with you. Okay,
Yeah.
it went back and forth. I know Rhea Ripley was dealing with the shoulder injury. I think they went overboard with the shoulder. One time is good enough, but every time she kept hitting herself to put her shoulder in check. All right, come on now. You're not Lego. Leave it alone. All right. But the fact that the distraction what Dominic Mysterio did to backstab Rhea Ripley, man, that's
Mhm.
messed up. And I'm just interested to see
Beautiful.
how that will come about. This
Yeah.
story in this chapter is not over.
Oh
We're
no.
going to see a rematch between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley for Bash in Berlin.
Yeah. And in order to get her that title back, she's gonna have to figure out a plan to get get Dirty Dom out the way.
It's hard.
Rey
It's going to be
Mysterio.
hard because the fact that okay, you're going to bring Rey Mysterio back in the picture. I mean, that's
Why not?
another no, because
Why
Rhea
not?
Ripley burned bridges with the Mysterio family.
Oh well, let's not talk about burning
The
bridges because you can always
enemy
mend those
of
bridges.
my enemy
How?
is my
She's
friend.
not even part of the family.
Jay Uso did it.
Frank,
The enemy of
your
my enemy is
communication is off, bro. You're freezing and you're coming in broken, buddy.
Jay Uso had a lot of burned bridges that he had to mend, and he did it.
Are you?
Rhea,
But what
Rhea Ripley.
more? How? So let me ask you this: is that Liv Morgan? I mean, Diggo, Rhea Ripley. How will she make amends with the Mysterios?
You got to humble yourself and put that
Rhea,
pride to the
Rey
side.
Mysterio got to bring his daughter into the picture for acceptance.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Because
It's
I
rough.
mean, I know it is rough. You're absolutely right. It is rough. But they both have a situation here. Okay, Dirty
Mm.
Dom finally beat his dad in a match. Okay, and so there's still, I think, tension there between father and son. And what great opportunity for Liv Morgan to mend a broken situation in order to get what she wants out of this. You know,
Mm.
it's kind of tough in a long shot, but she has no other choice. Damian Priest is going to have his own problems with Finn Balor. Okay, and so I don't. It's because you could forget about Gunther now. That title's staying on his waist till 2025. There's nobody
Mhm.
taking that title away from him.
Look, I could say is that when it comes to Judgment Day, it's already broken.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to find that it's not about Gunther anymore. He's going to move on and do something else. But Damian Priest is going to go after Finn Balor.
Yes.
But Finn Balor is not alone because he's going to have his tag team partner. And because Liv Morgan helped him with the titles, you can see that trio happening.
Yeah.
And then when you see the trio, Dominic Mysterio is going to be in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got 4 people there. Maybe Judgment Day is within those 4. And as predicted, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest were going to stick together. The thing is that they can't handle it by their own.
No, they
So
can't.
what's the wild card? Where is Carlito in all this?
Yeah,
That's
he's
another factor. Is he going to stay with Finn Balor? Probably. So who else is going to be in that picture? Or is it someone else that's coming up that we don't know about and that could even the playing field? That's another battle for the Survivor Series. Maybe
mm-hmm.
so. Who knows? Okay. But
uh
hey, it's just a fruitful thought. It's
I
just a
mean, you
fruitful
got,
thought.
at the moment, since Bloodline is not getting any started. I mean, maybe Jay and maybe Sammy could
Ah,
possibly. It's just, look, you need to create an ally somewhere.
well, you know what? Maybe that's it. Maybe Jay Uso is the answer because the fact that he always wanted to date Rhea Ripley. And now we got a new person coming into town. Oh, new boyfriend coming in. And then Dominic be like, whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
got Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Whatever. And besides, would you pick a blonde or a brunette?
Mm. This depends.
Eventually, Dominic Mysterio said, I'll pick a blonde over a brunette.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of blonde jokes we can throw in there.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. You ready? All right, man. This one I saw it coming, but I thought I will see more of Seth Rollins on this match. But Drew wins. He defeats CM Punk, but we all know that CM Punk should have won this match.
He should have, because he's been out of the ring, in any kind of
He had
singles
a
match
3
for a
count.
long time.
It's just Seth Rollins was knocked down. You know what I mean? It
You
was
could
CM
tell
Punk's victory.
as the match went on, you could tell that Seth Rollins had it out more for CM Punk. He kept on telling Drew McIntyre, finish it. Go ahead. Do what you got to do. You
Yeah, but
can
he
do
said
it.
that to both. I mean, CM
But
Punk was whooping his ass, and he was doing some illegal shit, and Seth let it be. He
yeah,
was not biased on either one of them.
I felt like he was more leaning to to Drew McIntyre. I think he was coaching him a little bit more because he really hates CM Punk more. I mean, we already know the respect factor from WrestleMania, and then when he put the bracelet on around his wrist, that just tells you this
I
feud
think
is
I think he was just saving it for him because he felt like, all right, I'm also a husband and a father.
put in your pocket.
He didn't have no pockets.
Them Sabu pants, like
He didn't have
like
any pockets.
like,
And
back
I didn't want to
comparison.
see him put it within his balls either. I don't want to see that.
Why? He got Manscaped in the back.
Ah, yo. Yo, Manscaped. I'll tell you, man, that was probably the funniest commercial that Otis had done.
Good thing
Because
Apollo Creed got it.
I thought he was gonna go down under,
Well,
and old girl was just watching, like she was like her saliva was coming down, and she was like, oh no, he didn't.
well, good thing Apollo Crews used it on his head first before Otis got a hold of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Speaking of yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. Here we go.
mhm,
LA Knight wins and becomes the Intercontinental United States champion, as we predicted that was gonna happen.
oh yeah, it was to me. It was a good match. I like. I mean, I'm not a Logan Paul fan, but his high flying acrobatic moves are
You gotta respect it,
spectacular.
man.
Very spectacular, man.
I
So
like that move. He jumped up, landed on the top ropes, did a flip to land on LA Knight. I was like, come on, man. How you hate that guy, man?
I
His
think if
move
you,
is spectacular.
I think if you slow motion it, he probably was drinking a prime drink while he was in midair. I mean, who knows? I
I don't
mean,
know.
but that
Hey,
was spectacular, though.
yeah, it
I,
was a
I was kind
wonderful
of, I
match,
was, yeah, it
but
was.
the right person won the match.
And I was kind of worried when the brass knuckles came out. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna get knocked upside the
But
head.
he didn't get that full swing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He didn't get that full swing, and that allowed LA Knight to come victorious.
Yes,
So
and that's awesome.
I like that.
First
I really
title in the
did.
WWE.
Yes. Another match was Bailey versus Nia Jax, as I predicted. And I told you a long time ago, once she became queen, she had to win the title. And the
Yeah.
thing is that I feel like that was the plan all along, and it was never meant for her to be a champion on Raw. It was more for SmackDown.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Mhm.
and I knew Tiffy was going to be a distraction, but I thought it was going to be the opposite. I thought
That
she was
was a
going to
perfect
distract.
distraction.
Yeah, for not for
I
Nia
thought maybe it
Jax.
was going to turn into a triple threat match, but how everything fell, the domino effect. Hey, and we're getting favor for Nia Jax. The question is, how are them two are going to be together?
Yeah, how you going to coexist with the briefcase and the title? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I
I
don't
think
know, man.
you got to give Bailey props. She power bombed this girl. That takes
Yeah,
a lot of strength and power to lift up somebody that big and power bombed.
I told you that if Beatty would have done the Hulk Hogan version with Andre the Giant, she would have won the match.
She reminded me of Macho Man tonight with the
Yeah,
colors, the elbow off the top rope. You know, she's like, okay. And then like you reference CM Punk to Bret Hart. You can see a lot of little Easter eggs in that kind of stuff here with SummerSlam. So pretty interesting.
yeah.
But congratulations to the king and the queen of the ring
They
winners. They
both
both
won their
won their
match.
titles. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought only one was
It's
gonna
not
win
gonna
it.
happen again. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna happen again
Right.
with the king and the queen. It's gonna be one or the other. But in this circumstances, you're gonna have someone like Gunther who is the craft of wrestling. You're gonna have a person like Nia Jax that came back to the WWE who mastered her craft, did the right thing, improved from the previous. She just got shafted in Raw, and it just paid off on SmackDown. She's a deserving champion.
Yeah. You know, I was I was thinking of this. I mean, I could be overthinking this, but I don't know if this was a strategic move by Triple H on the placement of the titles, because it was a great night tonight. A lot of titles changed. You know, that's what makes the business great and us fans enjoying it. But
Exactly.
but looking at this, to me, from a strategic standpoint, Raw, okay, now has, you know, the two main champions, the WWE champion and the
Luther and Braun
the
Breaker.
Intercontinental champions, more like the heels versus SmackDown. The faces have those titles. You
Well,
know,
who's gonna be the face of Raw? That's what it boils down to. You
yeah,
have Drew McIntyre and CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins, the trio battling each other, that takes away everything about the world championship title. So outside of those three, who is going to be the number one contender to step up against Gunther?
Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. We already see the crowd, favoring Damian Priest, so he's going to be a face there. So,
But Damian Priest is now blocked with Finn Balor.
no, I know that. I'm just saying that he's a fan favorite again. So it's like, we got a lot of great superstars on Raw, but it is a good question to see who's going to go after him. So right now, he could be taking a part-time gig as a champion because everybody's booked with somebody already. Unless, and we can't see Braun Breaker trying to challenge him. I mean, these
Jey
two
Uso.
yeah, but okay, we could, but he failed so many times against Gunther. He keeps falling short, and he's going to fall short. I feel
Okay.
like
Well, Sami Zayn ended up losing the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe he's next.
maybe. I mean, and then you
I'm
got
gonna,
those.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's only two people right now: Sami Zayn or Jey Uso, or like you said, maybe he does take a break and he rides on. But there's got to be somebody else to step up against Gunther.
Yeah, and you got a lot of mid-card superstars on Raw that you can maybe just give him,
Work
TV
their way
time.
in.
Yeah, just to say that Gunther defended the title. People like Andrade. Okay, maybe a Rey Mysterio. I'm just not saying that it can happen, but you got mid cards that Gunther could just say,
But
"I'll."
Andrade's on
Yeah,
SmackDown.
I mean, you know what I mean. It was just
He's
they're
just
they're
throwing out names. I
they're,
got
they're
you.
yeah they're there that he could just
Mhm.
defend, beat him, move on, so he could be a fighting champion. And then
Listen, with all that's going on with the bloodline fighting within each other now, why not Gunther fight within his own?
it's possible.
Ludwig Kaiser
Yeah,
wants to have that fame. Why not him versus him? But I understand Sheamus is in the picture too.
yeah,
So there's just so many.
because you
There's
got
so many to connect the dots. But the one thing that's not connecting is with Gunther.
right. I mean, you got somebody like Bronson Reed who can just maybe get a shot and lose,
Well, Bronson
right?
would be probably a good one. Yeah, you're
You
absolutely
know,
right.
and then you never know who. I know the Final Testament, they're dealing with the New Day and all that kind of stuff. But if Gunther holds his title long enough, who's to say that Karrion Kross might want a shot at it? It's just a thought. It's because everybody, you're right, everybody's busy with somebody.
It's
They're
just the
already
fact
feud.
that Karen Cross with his TikTok and the
Yeah,
timer
yeah. So
never lived up to expectation, knowing that he still has one from Roman Reigns.
so it's so you see what we're getting at here is that Gunther has almost a free ride, almost close to Royal Rumble, WrestleMania type with this title around his waist. Unless you build a
He could be the
storyline
champion all the way to the next WrestleMania.
until they decide maybe we put John Cena in the ring with him. Maybe.
Yo, and that's the thing. The point is that is Gunther the one to lose it to John Cena so he could become the 17-time champion?
I would not be mad about that, even though I'm not a John Cena fan, because that would show that Gunther they are
What do
allowing.
I gotta do to convince you to be his fan, man?
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm never going to be a John Cena fan. I respect him for what he's done, and it's just that to me, he just now needs to step aside. But if their plan is to put the title around him one more time, then Gunther is the right person to take it, to
All
give it
right.
to him.
Okay.
Because if you notice tonight, they mentioned how long Gunther was reigning champion as a UK champion, and then as
And then
Intercontinental
they
champion.
also mentioned John Cena.
Yeah. So
They did a preview. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
if we start doing the math, how long is it going to be between now and WrestleMania that he's going to have that title around his waist? You
Mhm.
know, until John
Yeah.
Cena decides to come around. So
I like Brother Contreras there. He says, shout out to everyone in the chat, including HSW. Keep up the good work on the channel. Appreciate it. And shout out from South Bronx, Brother BKL Contreras, aka Sports Entertainment Guy. Hey, my man, thank you
yes,
very much
sir.
for the
Thank you.
love. Big shout out to you as well. We'll tune into you as well. But that's a higher appraiser right there, man. And I thank you and I love you very much, man. I
Appreciate
appreciate it,
that.
man. I
Yes,
really
sir.
do. He says, appreciate it's all my as a part of the sports entertainment family. I know everything in wrestling company between AEW, WWE, Ring of Honor, New Japan Wrestling, TNA, and much, much more. Let me introduce you to Northeast Wrestling myself, my friend. Independent wrestling here in Northeast, and you can catch that. And no lie, it's on Prime Video, and the latest one is on Prime Video. You want to check that out. But hey, let's go ahead and recap one more time. In SummerSlam, Cody Rhodes retains as the Universal Champion over Solo Sikoa. We got the new WWE Heavyweight Champion Gunther over Damian Priest. Drew McIntyre defeats CM Punk. We got a new WWE Champion Nia Jax over Bayley. We have a new Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker over Sami Zayn. We also have a new United States Champion LA Knight over Logan Paul. And we have Liv Morgan still the world women's champion. All that and much, much more. And every week on the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show, you can also tune in to our website, hhwshow.com. Man, this has been a spectacular SummerSlam. It's been amazing, man. It really has. And there goes our banner right there, hhwshow.com. Tune into our website, follow us on YouTube and on Facebook, and you can follow us on Twitter. All that information is on our website. Go ahead, Hector.
And it goes to show, how long we've been, doing this and how much knowledge we have of the sport. Because we kind of downed ourselves, as, saying how hard this was to pick, but then we turned around and had an outstanding record tonight. We all share the title tonight.
One loss, man. One loss.
All of us with all different superstars.
Damian Priest, bro. And the thing is that storyline, like they built it up to where, I was homeless, bro. I fought my ass off to get to the top, baby. You don't take that shit from me. Everything was given to you. Who you think is gonna win right there? I go for the homeless because he's hungry. He's more hungry. Man,
he went to sleep.
Night, nigga.
For real.
Finn Balor, man, backstabber. I hate that guy.
Your guy went to sleep. My girl got a chest crush.
No, each one of our losses was because somebody backstabbed somebody. Ain't that messed up, yo? How you do that? And not once, not twice, but 3 times.
3 times.
Man. Wow. Yeah.
So for the first time on the HHW show, we all share the title.
Yeah, we share. But I'm getting ready for a Bash of Berlin, baby.
You can still call yourself a champ, Obi. Don't worry about it.
I know.
You got to share it.
I gotta have the title. The hell with y'all. The hell with y'all. Where's my Money in the Bank briefcase? I'm cashing in right now.
Hey, I got the King of the Ring crown, so I got a number 1 contender spot.
Oh man, hey, thank you, Hector, for joining me tonight, and everybody else tuning in to the HHW show. What is your reaction here on SummerSlam? Share your thoughts. Of course, we will share with you and our show. Don't be shy. It's all good. You can have that device courage behind the screen. It's all right. It's okay. This is a perfect how'd you say it? A perfect platform for showing and understanding your point of view as to what happened here on SummerSlam and each and every week as we recap everything on Raw and SmackDown. So I want everybody to please have a wonderful summer. Please do. We'll be back next week. We'll be tuning in because I know. And here's the thing, Hector. Normally we have a break after SummerSlam, right? But every time we take a break, something bigger happens. So we're gonna stay tuned. We're gonna stay tuned. We're gonna survive here. And I know that this month we're in the month of August. Down south, a lot of schools are getting ready to start. Here in the north, we start a little bit towards the end of the month. So there's a lot of things going on, but there's nothing better than some love of wrestling.
Yeah, you gotta love it. Now we got to tune into a lot of new champions.
New champions, new storylines, and let's see what happens with the bloodline. Oh yeah. Gotta have my Slim Jim. Where's my Slim Jim, Jovi? My son's right here. Where's my Slim Jim? Where's my Slim Jim? You don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. Anyways, take care, everyone. Thank you for listening. Hector, final thoughts.
You know, this thing with wrestling is just a fantastic and beautiful thing with us. We love it. We embrace it. We enjoy it as fans of the game. And so, what better way of ending the summer than having a great SummerSlam with a lot of new faces, new champions, and like you said, new storylines. So, what else can I say? It's all hard hitting, baby. Got to enjoy
Hard
it.
hitting indeed. Deuces. Till next week. Thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. Gotta love some wrestling.